So you're getting kind of cognitive therapy accidentally.
Yeah.
Were you getting any on purpose?
Yeah. So I mentioned the drug program that the feds have that you can get a year off for doing. I wanted to do that so I could get a year off. Right as soon as I started the program, they implemented a new way of doing things. They called it a therapeutic community. For some people, it was probably a good thing because it forced you to get out of bed and kind of get up and get going with your life like you have to in real life. I was already doing that. I was kind of ticked because I like to get up and go run in the morning. And instead of doing that, I had to go to this community meeting. And that screwed me out of my run in the morning because then the compound's locked down. You can only move at certain times. So I had to wait until later, and it interfered with a lot of things. And I was busy learning about bacteria and viruses and teaching my class, and so...
You were doing hands-on cognitive therapy really in your job, your day job. So.
And so it was irritating to me, but whatever. That's something that you kind of have to learn to deal with in life, is juggling all these different things. They tried to create this sense of community in the housing unit that the drug program was administered in. Problem with that is it's administered on the same prison yard as everybody else's. They're trying to recondition you to be a good citizen, but then after you're done with your treatment for the day, you go out and you interact with all the antisocial people and involve yourself with the prison politics and all the other antisocial activities that go on in prison that are the norm. You still go to chow, you still go to rec, you still go to education, medical, you still go everywhere with all the rest of the people who are in the prison. They were starting to get pretty strict with the way, really petty, like the way you dressed, the types of clothes that you wore. You have to wear this and you have to wear that and you have to wear it this way when you're at the community meeting and this and that. And they were starting to kind of hold you to a different standard than the rest of the yard. And that causes all the rest of the people in the prison to kind of go, you're doing what the man tells you to do. Because you can't have that kind of mentality confronting guys who are trying to do good things for themselves, because that motivates them not to do good things. Some may argue that, well, that just teaches you to function in the face of adversity. And maybe that's the case for some people, but do you really want to have a vulnerable person experiencing a lot of adversity immediately upon them trying to do something good with themselves? I don't think so. Or they're attempting to train you to be pro-social, but you're actually being antisocial because that's the way you have to be, because that's the way you have to be in prison. If you're not antisocial, if there's a problem and you call the police, guess who's getting beat up or killed or whatever? You. And so the most effective way for them to do this would be to have them administer the program outside of a prison, in a separate prison. There's a prison camp outside of Sheridan. The problem is you can't go to the camp if you're a security level, a medium security level. So they can't put you there. But the thing is, you're getting out in a year anyway. So why not give it a try? And if you do something, if you re-offend, if you cause more problems, guess what? You just lost your chance. Go back to prison. So there are different things that they could do if Congress would kind of go, well, what are these problems? How could we deal with this? They could deal with things pretty effectively if they were well informed, but they're not willing to take the time to get well informed. I've tried.